Thank you, Joe. I'm delighted to be here with Representative Lofgren, but I'm really excited to be here with you and the signatures of 1.7 million of your customers, everyday people coming in just to get what they need and go on to work, drop their kid off at daycare, go to the basketball practice, whatever it is, and have that opportunity to stop into a store where they get good service, they get good treatment, and they do good business with local folks. So I want to thank you for the work that you're doing. This is democracy in action. Thank you all very much. You know, I learned about this in Vermont because we have a lot of country stores, and it's people like you. They work really long hours. Some of them live above the store. They never have an hour off. They're always glad to see you. They always give you that cup of coffee, sometimes a free cup of coffee. And you know, I had no clue that when I use my credit card in their stores, that was costing them money. And a couple of the folks, when the gas was at $4 a gallon, they were paying more to the credit card and interchange fees than they were making on selling a tank of gas, and that ain't right. And you know, this legislation that is about eliminating the ripoff is not just about fairness. It's really about two business models. And there's one business model that our folks in Vermont who run stores like you run in Indiana, in Ohio, in California, across the country. It's locally owned. It's folks living close to the store or in the store. They create local jobs, put many kids to work in their first job, train them how to work, the importance of, you know, solving problems. They provide valuable services to their community. They practice the values of thrift and enterprise and hard work. And they charge a fair price, and they give good service and a fair product. And there's a second business model that regrettably is becoming too dominant in this country. And it's practiced, unfortunately, by the credit card companies who are abusing their monopoly power. These businesses are taking up service that is important. Credit cards are important in our economy, but they're abusing it. What they're doing is using their market power to impose unreasonable fees. We're okay with paying fair fees, but unreasonable fees. They're finding ways to pass along not only to consumers, but to business owners their insatiable need for profit at any cost. And they're forgetting that the purpose of lending institutions, banks and credit card, is fundamentally to give people credit they need, entrepreneurs credit they need, to make their money on doing loans. That is the engine of enterprise. And instead, they're making their money by ripping off consumers and you guys. And you know, if I had some advice to those credit card companies that have made $8.4 billion on the hard work that you do, when you've made, as Joe said, $5.3 billion, I'd say treat you with a little bit more respect than this ad that they paid for and put in the magazines here in Washington. What is it about the credit card companies that you're paying $8.4 million that they buy advertisements with your money to call you con artists? That ain't right. And what Representative Lofgren and I, and Congressman Schuster, who can't be with us, this is bipartisan, by the way. Republicans and Democrats believe in rewarding hard work, respecting fair prices, rewarding effort. We're in this together. This is about fairness for you guys. And this legislation is gathering momentum because the fairness to the American people is really apparent. In the legislation that we've co-sponsored, I introduced last year and is gaining momentum in this Congress, it's really simple. One, requires full disclosure to consumers and merchants in the Federal Reserve so the terms of interchange. Most people don't know what they are. It gives you, merchants, the right to refuse to accept a card whose interchange fees are too high. Why shouldn't you have that choice? It prohibits high interchange fees to subsidize premium awards for which you get no benefit, but you have to pay the cost. What's that all about? And it provides the Federal Trade Commission with the authority to eliminate anti-competitive practices. You know, you're willing to work hard. The banks, the credit card companies, they provide services that we need, but they've got to be willing to work hard and get paid for value, not market power. So I applaud you for the work that you've done. This is democracy in action, and I applaud you for the work that you do. And with Congresswoman Loughran, who's one of the senior members and most respected members of the United States House of Representatives, we're here to say to you, we're going to do everything we can to get it done, and I want now to introduce you to Congressman Zoe Loughran of California.